I promise you, even though I've never seen your eyebrows, I think they're beautiful. Hey guys, welcome to today's video. I hope that you're having a fantastic day. I think that all of us, especially those of us who lived through the early 2000s, can all agree that there are definitely some beauty trends and habits that we have had that were just very embarrassing. So today I just wanted to sit down and have a chat with you guys about 5 habits, beauty habits specifically, that I have given up. They were toxic and they no longer have any room in my life. If this is your first time here, I would love it so much if you would hit that subscribe button. It makes me feel like a natural woman. And it gives you the chance to enter my monthly giveaways. All right, the first beauty habit that I have given up forever is the dark self-tan. I self-tan all the time, but I used to self-tan with the dark self-tanner. So I use Saint-Tropez self-tanner. It's my favorite. It's amazing. I absolutely swear by it. The Loving Tan sucks. I do not know why people are telling y'all it's good. It is not good. I do not like it. I think it's terrible. I'm sorry if you do like it. I don't. Don't know why I'm apologizing for my self-tan preferences. But anyway, so I used to use the Saint-Tropez dark one though, and that was just too much. It would make me several shades darker than I am now, which this right here is actually several shades darker than I am naturally. I am an extremely pale, think the lightest shade in almost every foundation is my natural skin tone. So a self-tanner that makes me really dark, it was a dramatic difference and it was just too much. But for years, I don't know why, I thought it looked great. So I used to do it all the time. I have given that up now. I no longer do a dark self-tan. I go for this, which I think is much more of a natural fake tan. Number 2, oh my gosh, this one was hard to give up, but I gave it up when I was pregnant. I used to have long clip-in extensions. I mean, they would be maybe down to here. I would get the 18 inches, 20 inches clip-in extensions. I wore clip-in extensions from the time I was 15 until, like I said, when I was pregnant with my daughter. So just about a year and a half ago is when I stopped using clip-in extensions. And sometimes I will still use clip-ins for volume, but I now will use ones that are the exact same length as my hair. Today I have some in and you can see it's just a lot more natural and it's a lot more seamless because my natural hair is here. See, this is natural. And then this is extension right here. So they're about the same length. I get the 12-inch ones. I'll use them to kind of fill out my hair and give myself more volume when I'm doing my hair curled like this, but I'm not adding length. For me, it's really hard because my hair is so fine that if I add length, it just looks kind of choppy. And so even though I would get them layered in by my hairstylist, I still feel I just kind of got to a point where I was you know what? It's too much upkeep. I would much rather have my hair look closer to my actual hair length. I'm really happy with where my hair is at, and I just don't feel the need to go that long with my hair extensions anymore. So while I always think that I will have a place in my life for extensions to give my hair volume, I've cut out long extensions. Not for me anymore. Also, I will say that as a mom, I think it's almost an impossible idea to try to keep up with long hair that's not yours and also have a toddler that's constantly pulling your hair. It just wouldn't work for me now. You guys, number 3 is very embarrassing. The third beauty habit that I have given up for good. Oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed. Bleaching my eyebrows. Listen, I used to bleach my eyebrows with oh my gosh. It came in a box from Walgreens. It's the Sally Hansen facial hair dye, the stuff that people use to bleach their face hair. I would use that on my brows to lighten my brows up. My brows are their natural color. You can see them. And also when I get my hair done now, I get a root smudge so that, this part of my hair around the hairline is really close to my natural. I don't know why years ago I just thought that it was better to bleach my eyebrows, and so my eyebrows would be lighter than this. They would be probably about the shade of my hair, and it it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. I don't know why I thought it looked good. You know what? I don't blame myself. She was happy back then. I'm happy for her. But me today, no, I can't do it. So I have given up bleaching my eyebrows. Please let me know in the comments below if you did any of these things so that I can feel better about myself. And if you do still do them, I want you to know that just because they make me look like a weirdo does not mean that they make you look like a weirdo. I really need you to know that. Whatever you choose to do with your face and your hair and your body is your decision completely, and I would never make fun of you. So please, if you bleach your eyebrows and really enjoy bleaching your eyebrows, please do not think that I think that it looks bad on you, because I don't. I promise you. Even though I've never seen your eyebrows, I think they're beautiful. Number 4, wearing too dark foundation. I used to all the time wear foundation that was too dark for me. I don't know why I thought it looked good. It didn't. It would just make my skin look muddy and dirty. But I've always been really self-conscious, or I used to be very self-conscious about how pale, how light-skinned, how fair-skinned I am. It used to make me really self-conscious, and I don't know, I felt like I looked so much better if I used a darker foundation, and now I realize, no, I do not look better if I use a darker foundation. The last beauty habit that I have given up for good is a blindingly bright under-eye triangle. I still love the under eye concealer triangle. I really do. Do not get me wrong. But back in the day, I will actually insert a picture here. I will insert a picture so you can see how bad it was. I would use like a concealer, several shades too light, and then set that with the RCMA No Color Powder, the white setting powder. And it was just, I mean, you could like literally in pictures see the triangle. Like, it was really intense. So I still really like to brighten up my under eye, but I've realized that less is more with that, because when I do less, it looks more natural, and that just, to me, looks more flattering now. I think that kind of the one thing that maybe ties all of these 5 habits together is just insecurities. I think that especially when you're younger, and I know that sometimes people don't grow out of them, but I think there's so many like messages that you get, especially as a woman and as a little girl, that there's so many insecurities. And I know that a lot of times I would try to use makeup to look the way that I wanted to look, and I think it never was a thing of like, oh, I thought someone else thought I should look this way, and so I did that. Makeup to me has always been very personal, and it's about how I feel. I literally, like, I do not care if you were to look at me and be like, wow, I really hate that lip color on you. I could care less. If I'm happy in it and I think it looks nice, that's all that matters to me. I literally do not care what anyone else thinks about my makeup. It has always been about personal expression and my own self-esteem and how I look to myself. That's what it's always been about to me. But I think like in hindsight, I can kind of look at the different ways that, you know, my own insecurities kind of played out with what I preferred and what made me feel the most comfortable presenting to, you know, the outside world and to myself when I looked in the mirror. So, you know, that's why I say like, I don't fault myself in hindsight, because you know what, I've always been really lucky to feel pretty confident in myself. And so it's only really in hindsight that I'm like, oh yeah, you know, I was probably pretty insecure about being so fair, and that's why I wanted to look more tanned, and that's okay. No one is gonna die because my self-tanner was too dark. No one. So really, at the end of the day, not a huge deal. This is totally just a list for fun, and it's kind of interesting to just look at it now and see how much more comfortable I am in my own skin. Like I said, I've always felt like I've been a pretty confident person, but especially now, I think just turning 30, having a daughter, I just see all the different ways in which I am really getting more comfortable with myself and showing myself more love and more grace and mercy and just gratitude. So that is my TED Talk. Thank you for coming. I feel like, do I look like I'm in The Greatest Showman? Like I'm Hugh Jackman? What is this? Like, what is this shirt? I had nothing to wear, okay? Because we just packed for a trip. Don't. All right, guys, that is it for this video. Please let me know in the comments below, because seriously, I want to know, what beauty habits have you given up? Like, what is one thing that you used to do with your makeup or, you know, your skincare or your body care that you just have completely cut out of your routine? I would love to know. I hope to see you in my next video. Until then, you take care of yourself. Bye.